happy to see you on the third day of our internship project presentations. And again, my name is Masha and I'm from internship team. I think that I want just to tell that our next section is mostly designer section and it's our interesting track. And I think that the first speaker who is going to tell about his project will be um, Valery. And so, hello, Valery.
Hello,
You're
hope you
online.
can hear me.
Yes,
Very nice.
everything is, and presentation is online too. So please start.
Okay. Hi everyone, I am Valery and this summer I worked in the computational arts initiative team as an intern and now I will tell you about the results of my work. My presentation is about working on a graphics generator, so there will be a little text and a lot of pictures. So just relax and look at the pictures. Let's go. My main task for the last 2 months has been to expand the functionality of Uberlimb. What is Uberlimb? Uberlimb is a neural network ad generator. This generator was created to replace Limb, the previous generator created by computational ads initiative team. In my opinion, Uberlimb is an endless source of images for various design solutions. It's available for everyone by the link. You can try to generate some images. You can see link on the slide. The first problem I was working on is zoom-in problem. Often the generated images looked pretty ugly, and to get a good result it was necessary to select the optimal parameters for each image manually. As you can see at the bottom of the slide, there are two identical pictures with different scales. The first one looks quite interesting. Specific elements are visible on it, as the second pictures look uninteresting. So the first task I worked on was the implementation of a way to generate images that could be zoomed endlessly. To achieve the infinity canvas effect, a layer of random Fourier features was added to the neural network. This layer is available in TensorFlow. Also added the ability to use periodic functions to process the input values of the generator. This solution make it possible to fill the entire canvas with the pattern. As you can see on the bottom of the slide, pictures with a different scale, and it's filled and whole picture filled with the pattern. In addition, later I implemented the ability to use a lambda layer with the trigonomic function as the activation layer of neural network. Okay, next slide is about product palette. It's another important option I worked on is product coloration. It allows you to create images using JetBrains product colors or any other colors. First, the picture is decolorizing, then presented as an array, and each shade of gray is converted into an RGB shade of one of the product colors. You can see it on the slide. There is example of the flat colors with the brand palette. In the case of flat colors, a mask is created for each color in the image and filled with one of the product colors. In my opinion, brand colorization looks good precisely in pictures with flat, solid colors without gradients, as you can see on the slide. During the internship, I worked a lot with the Streamlit framework. Important features that I added while working with Streamlit is scene saving, presets, random buttons. Scene saving is a very important feature for the usability of Uberlimb. It allows save the parameters of the generated image so you can recreate it in the future, and share it with anyone. Presets and random buttons are necessary for fast generation without interfering with the generator settings. This is especially important for inexperienced users. Another one feature is recursion. It allows you to change the frequency of the pattern elements in the generated image with using periodic functions, as you can see on the slide. I also worked on an algorithm that allows you to cut square tiles from images generated using a sinusoidal function, the center of which always corresponds to the center of the pattern symmetry, so you can create pretty cool tile-like pictures, as you can see on the slide. It looks like the Hawaiian totems or mask or some tiki style culture things. On this slide, you can see a list of features that I worked on during the internship. I already tell something about this. So the next is something about experience with Uberlimb. Experience is something that I worked on, but it's not implemented into the Uberlimb right now. So first is the flat colors gradients. As an experience during the last week of my internship, I tried to create a unified algorithm for creating soft and smooth gradients for pictures with flat colors. I studied how vibrance works in Photoshop and how it affects on color saturation, and decided to implement a similar solution but in the form of a gradient. So it's worked as a mask which recalculate saturation of the every pixel. Another one experiment, it was NVIDIA Omniverse working. One of the promising direction of Uberlimb is the generation of UV maps, pictures that can be used as three-dimensional object textures. There is no UV mapping on these pictures, on these marbles, but it's just an example of using Uberlimb generated pictures as 3D objects textures with ray tracing. This is what my presentation would look like if I could make only one slide. As you can see, there is image generated on the July 1st, and there's picture I made at August 12th, I think. So there is result of my work during the internship. The functionality of Uberlimb has been significantly expanded. Teamwork and frequent feedback from colleagues allowed us to develop a large number of new features in a fairly short time. We did a lot for 2 months. It has become much easier to get interesting and aesthetic pictures. Uberlimb has become easy to use, and the variety of pictures that can be generated with Uberlimb has greatly increased. That's all. Thank you for your attention. I will try to answer your questions.
Thank you very much. So we don't have questions for now. So I wish you a good day, and let's move on. The next